Yeah. What up? Welcome to the podcast, everybody. So LeBron James is staying, Jennings still stirring drama, and the Angels are riding the MLB tightrope. Who's hot? Who's on the move? And which trades could be reshaping the West Coast, baby? Buckle up. This week's West Coast Triple Play is loaded, baby. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. It's the West Coast Triple Play podcast, baby. I'm your host, Ben. Thanks for locking in today. So what's up with them Lakers, baby? Laker fans, big moves, tight margins, and trade whispers still flying around. Let's start with the face of the franchise, baby. That purple and gold. So despite being odds linking LeBron James to Dallas at plus 300, Dwayne Wade made it clear this week LeBron James is not being traded. The $10 billion franchise sale to Mark Walter has only reaffirmed his statue as the face of the team. Rich Paul doubled down. No trade request has been made, baby. But the real juice, Marcus Smart is officially in. The Lakers waived Shake Milton and Jordan Goodwin to make room. Then they inked Smart on a 2-year, $11 million deal. He's the defensive presence they sorely needed. A former defensive player of the year, battle-tested, and hand-picked by Luka Doncic himself. Yep, Luka Doncic was reportedly recruiting him on the side, you know what I mean? But yeah, Smart joins a core that now includes Doncic, Ayton, LaRavia, and LeBron James. But here's the snag. The Lakers are just $1.1 million under the first apron. That means they could add another player, even on the minimum, without clearing more cap. What? Yep. So are they done? Not quite. Sources say they're still sniffling around the bigs, like Nick Richards, Walter Kessler, my bad, or even Nick Claxton. But any trade has to shed salary first. Expect moves only if they can flip a bench contract or something. So who's hot? Smart's arrival gives them an identity on defense, but who's not? Rookie Dalton Connect. His summer struggles are dimming his trade value. What? He's struggling, baby. Yep. Now off to them Angels, baby. Deadline pressure. Buy or sell. What are we doing? Yeah, baby. All right, Halo fans. Let's talk reality. The team sits at 49-50, just 3 games back in the wild card. But with the brutal schedule ahead, the Mets, the Mariners, the Rangers, all playoff caliber squads, especially the Seattle Mariners and the Rangers, they're in our division, so we want to make sure we come out hard, we come out good against them, you know what I mean? Manager Ray Montgomery isn't mincing words. You know, we're not running from it. We win today like yesterday. It's go time, baby. The buzz going on around the Angels. Veteran arms like Tyler Anderson, Kyle Hendricks, and Kenley Jansen are on the block. Yoan Moncada and Chris Taylor are also seen as movable. But here's the twist. Sports Illustrated reports the Angels could still buy. You know, they're reportedly exploring Zac Gallen, Merrill Kelly, and Charlie Morton. You know, Gallen's been shaky, 5.40 ERA, but the interest is real. You know, to make it work, prospects like Chase Silseth, Victor Medeiros, and Sam Aldeguerri, might be packaged, you know. So we'll see what that looks like, you know. And then Taylor Ward's heating up, baby, batting over 300 since the break. Chad Stevens got his first MLB hit with Scherzer versus Scherzer, but is batting just 154. Damn, that's crazy. Hunter Strickland hit the 60-day IL, while Robert Stevenson returned from Tommy John surgery. So we'll see what that does, you know. The Angels are in that weird zone. Too close to tank, too thin to go all in. If they drop the Mets series, expect a mini sell-off. But win and beat Seattle, Gallen might be wearing that red next week, baby. Who knows? You know, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be exciting to see what we do. You know, hopefully we can push through, get the Mets taken care of, go into Seattle or get Seattle and the Rangers done too. You know, who's not? Chad Stevens at the plate, and Strickland's injury is a blow. You know, Strickland came out solid this year, and he was looking good. You know, he was trying to come back, make a comeback and stuff like that. You know, but didn't happen. What about that Jennings drama, bro? Rookie surge, and what's next? The firestorm in Santa Clara. The 49ers report to training camp this week, and one storyline is dominating. Who? Jauan Jennings, baby. He wants a new deal or a new team. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I know we're all not on the same page when it comes to this. You know, the Niners been holding out sometimes, you know, and signing these guys. You know, but this year they came in, they signed everybody early, you know, kind of stopped that trend from letting the NFL dictate what they're going to get paid. You know what I mean? By getting other people's contracts and stuff signed. But let me know what you guys think. Should we pay him what he's wanting? Should we trade him? Is he a little drama? You know, let me know. I mean, I'm sure he's don't get me wrong. He's a decent player. He's been doing good. He's been clutch, you know, in those third and goal, third and shorts, stuff like that. He's been picking up the slack. And then with Brandon Aiyuk not going to be coming into training camp or starting the season, you know, he's a big key to the offense right now. So, but yeah, he's threatening to hold in, you know, reportedly, but refusing to practice unless extended. You know, the front office says that they're not shopping him, but interest is real. The Raiders and the Steelers are circling. You know, if no deal is reached by July 23rd, a trade could happen. You know, meanwhile, like I said, Brandon Aiyuk and Ricky Pearsall both open on the PUP list. You know, making Jennings' statue even more urgent. You know, if you ain't got those two guys, you know, then Jauan Jennings automatically becomes number one. You know, wide receiver one. But yeah, so defensively, Robert Saleh's rookie heavy draft is turning heads. You know, Michael Williams, Nick Martin, Upton Stout, you know, they all have a shot to start week one. And man, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what that defensive line looks like, you know, the Robert Saleh coming back and everything else, you know. But what's not being talked about enough is the offensive line. You know, Dre Greenlaw's gone. The top O-line picks were made. Ben Barge and Andre Dillard are in position battles, and the tackle depth is shaky. You know, legal cloud over the team. You know, cornerback Deommodore Lenoir, court date is July 25th, casting uncertainty on the cornerback group. You know, we don't know what's gonna come about that. You know, and who's hot? Michael Williams expected to make an early impact. Who's not? That O-line room, man. Lack of depth could haunt us, you know. We'll see how it goes. You know, we need those guys to show up and show out. You know what I mean? But what could shake next? You know, the Lakers may trade a bench piece to free up cap for one or more signings. Nick Richards and Walker Kessler are realistic targets. You know, they're easy to go out and get. The Angels, they could sell, you know, Hendricks, Anderson, Jansen. If they falter this week, you know, if they sweep the Mets, expect a blockbuster push for Gallen or Morton. You know, we'll see how that series goes. You know, hopefully we can make a push and you know, be in contention for that playoff. You know, we haven't been in the playoffs for it's been a while, man. And then and then Jennings, you know, he either signs, he gets traded, or becomes a distraction at camp. You know, if he's traded, don't be surprised if they target O-line help in return for him, which, you know, we're not getting any younger on the offensive line. You know what I mean? So we do need to get some good offensive lines up in there. You know, so with this, guys, you know, we got 3 teams, 3 tipping points. The Lakers are close to compete, but one trade could give them a championship front court. The Angels are 2 series away from choosing between postseason and a proposal and a prospect reset, you know. And in the 49ers, if Jauan Jennings doesn't sign it, it could shift the entire offensive game plan before a single snap is played. But yeah, so camp opens, like I said. Deadlines loom. Let's ride, baby. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You know, make sure you guys drop a rating. Tune in next week when the pads go on. Trade phones are gonna heat up, and the West Coast keeps turning, baby. But yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't hit that like, haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you guys waiting for? This is your go-to West Coast Triple Play podcast, bringing you all the 49ers, Lakers, and Niners news. And Angels news, my bad. I didn't mention all 3. But anyways, West Coast Triple Play, guys, we bring you all the 3 news on all the 3 teams coming out. Making headlines, making news, making moves. Till next time, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next podcast. Make sure you guys tune in. Like I said, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys on the next one, baby. We out. Peace. Thank you. Yeah.
Baby, I won't pretend. I work from 9 to 5, make you mine. Give everything.
West Coast Triple Play on Instagram. West Coast Triple Play on TikTok. WC Triple Play on X. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. You can listen to us on the podcast as well, wherever you get your podcast listening platforms from. Spotify, Apple. Catch you guys on the next one, baby. We out. Peace. Love you guys. Peace.